Hey YouTubers, it's me, your host, the J-Man, and I'd like to discuss with you a movie I've seen. Just recently I watched Hot Tub Time Machine, and I kind of liked this movie. It was actually pretty good. Not bad at all. Really, a comedy that you have to be in the mood for. It's a guy movie, definitely. Not just a movie that you would see with your you obviously wouldn't want to see it with the whole family. You wouldn't want to see it with your girlfriend. You probably want to see it with a group of guys. Maybe get a little buzzed, go see the movie and enjoy it. And it's really that type of thing. Laugh out loud comedy, hit and miss. And if you go into the movie with that type of expectation, or no, I'm not. It's no longer in the theater, so I'm talking about if you sit down, put it in your DVD player, turn it on, watch it that way. I think you'll have a pretty good time, especially if you're a fan of the 80s. If you grew up in the 80s, or if you have any significant memory of things that happened in the 80s, or maybe you just particularly like music in the 80s or movies from the 80s, anything like that. But I believe you'll find something to enjoy if you are any one of those things. Now, the strong point of the movie definitely is not the acting or the plot. The strong point of the movie are the gags, and some you're going to like and some you're not going to like. It's just that type of thing. It is kind of lowbrow comedy. It's vomit and beer and loose women, excuse me, loose women and things of that nature. But it's a funny little film. The cast of characters, there's your stereotypical group. There's the guy who's just a loose cannon. He's cranky all the time. He always wants excitement and over the top because really he hates himself. There's that guy, and then there's the straight edge guy played by John Cusack, or he's really actually the hopeless romantic. You have him, and then there's the black guy who's everybody's best friend, and he's real buddy, and he's more of the emotional guy. He kind of ties them all together. And then you've got the kid. He's the nerd. He's the dorky one, but he fits into the equation. He was my least favorite character, but yeah, most of the comedy comes from the wild man, played by Rob Corddry, or Corddry. I think it's Corddry. But that guy plays the loose cannon, and he is basically the driving force behind everything that happens. Alright, the whole reason they come together for this vacation trip is because he was on the verge of death. He just about committed suicide successfully. So, he's the whole driving force behind the film. There's some good songs in the movie. The movie has a pretty good soundtrack, mostly hits from the 80s, most notably Motley Crue, Home Sweet Home. There's a very nice tribute to that in there. Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield. There's a version of that one. There's some interesting cameos. You got Chevy Chase who pops up. If you happen to notice him, the guy from the original Karate Kid, William Zabka, who played Johnny, he's in there. Plays your typical 80s jerk, just like he did in Karate Kid and other films that he was in back in the day. Yeah, for the most part, it's a funny film. Don't take it seriously. A lot of F-bombs are dropped, so it's definitely not one for the kiddies. But I think you'll like it. Just give it a quick rinse. Tell me what you think. What was your favorite part? Who was your favorite actor? I liked everybody except for John Cusack. Really, he didn't really fit. Didn't fit in there. Funniest part? That's hard to say. That's really hard. Probably the first time in the hot tub. I like that little montage they did. It's an 80s film. So well, it's not an 80s film, but it's a 80s tribute film, so you got to have a montage in there. All right. Well, that was just a quick little review. I thought I'd hit you with that and let me hear your thoughts, your comments, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.